Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Steve. This is the Fandom Show, and I'd like to welcome you to the first episode of the Roundup. So this is real simple. What I'm going to be doing going forward, once or twice a month, is posting these videos that just talk about a variety of different stories, breaking events in the entertainment world, and just offering my thoughts and takes on them. So let's go ahead and jump in. Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yes, we are about 2 weeks away from the newest Ghostbusters film, a film that many people, myself included, have been waiting for a very long time. I am indeed counting the days. It's like Christmas coming early. I am very excited. I locked in my tickets earlier this week. I'll be going to a 7 p.m. showing on the Thursday night that it premieres. I wanted to go earlier, but I couldn't get that afternoon off work, but it worked out nicely, so my wife and I will be able to go together, and I do hope that it lives up to my expectations. Early reviews have been very encouraging. I've been trying to avoid as much as I can about the movie at this point because I don't want anything to be spoiled. But of course, after it releases, I will drop a spoiler free video review here to let you know what I think about it. Number two, The Batman. We got our first official trailer for this movie a few weeks ago. This is the new Batman movie starring Robert Pattinson, and it looked really good. It's a dark, edgy, gritty Batman in line with the best traditional aspects of the character. Robert Pattinson looks like he's up to the task of doing this role well. I know he got a lot of flack from what he did in Twilight. Now, he made a lot of money from what he did in Twilight, but I really hope that this Batman movie helps to rehabilitate him a little bit and demonstrates to people that he does have range and can do a lot of different things. So I'm optimistic this movie is going to do well, and I can't wait to see it when it comes out. Up next, we have the Book of Boba Fett. We also got a trailer for that Star Wars TV series about a week ago. It looks very good. I'm very excited for this one. Boba Fett has always been one of my favorite characters, and I like the fact that this show is going to be an opportunity to see aspects of the Star Wars universe that we haven't really seen all that much of yet, if at all. So I really think that it's going to be a whole lot of fun. It doesn't come out until the 29th. I was hoping that it might drop before Christmas, but hey, it's a few days out. I'm still happy. I like the fact that they only release one episode a week because it gets you excited for the next week. If you get them all at once, I mean, yeah, you can binge watch them, but you don't have the same excitement factor when you get them one at a time. So what I usually do is I'll watch them as they come out, and then after the series is over, I'll go ahead and rewatch the whole thing, just because I always pick up things the second time that I missed the first time. So it's going to be fun. Star Wars fans, a lot to look forward to with that and other things that are coming to Disney Plus next year. Moving along, if you're a fan of professional wrestling, you're probably aware that WWE released a whole bunch of performers earlier this week. This was, I believe, the second or third time this year they've released a large number of performers. Officially, the company says they're just doing it to trim the roster. Unofficially, there are a number of theories floating around, including that they're trimming the fat because Vince McMahon wants to sell the company. I don't think that's the case, but you can never really be sure. WWE has been, of course, facing some stiff competition from AEW, All Elite Wrestling, for the past little while. And All Elite has signed a lot of former WWF stars. And they've been making significant inroads in professional wrestling. They're, of course, run by Tony Khan, who's another guy who, like Vince McMahon, has a lot of money, has been pumping a lot of money into AEW. So, very stiff competition. It's nice as a fan to have competition in wrestling. Now, in terms of viewership, WWE has still been winning. But AEW, like I said, they've been making inroads. They've been drumming up a lot of interest in themselves. And I think 2022 is going to be a real interesting year for professional wrestling. So a lot to look forward to there if you are a fan. And finally, some video game stuff. Nintendo earlier this month released their Switch Online update, which included Nintendo 64 games and Sega Genesis games. It costs more, of course, to get this update. But the problem was that the Nintendo 64 games they released weren't very good. Well, I mean, the games themselves were good, but the emulation quality was not that great, and they didn't allow players to remap the buttons. In other words, to set which buttons on the controller you want to do what. The N64, for those of you who remember, had a very unique controller, and so taking that and translating it to the more familiar game pads that we have today can be a little bit tricky, although it is possible. Some of the default decisions that Nintendo made are a little bit, why'd they do this, but who knows? Who knows why Nintendo does what they do? Anyway, I was thinking about maybe getting the update, but after seeing the issues with the N64 games, I'm going to hold off for now and wait and see what Nintendo does with it. Hopefully they can increase the quality, make it more attractive, and in the future I'll be able to convince myself that the purchase is warranted, but not right now. Aside from Nintendo, there have been some issues going around with some major video game studios. There was a lawsuit earlier this year, state of California going after Activision Blizzard for workplace culture, diversity issues, sexual harassment, all kinds of stuff. This is based on a long time investigation that California has been running Recently, Ubisoft also is kind of in the crosshairs. A group of employees sent a letter to the CEO basically saying, hey, there's a lot of problems in this company. You're ignoring them. You need to do more to address them. We're pissed off and we want change. So hopefully something positive comes of this and we see some good changes in the industry. For those who don't know, working in a AAA video game studio is oftentimes a very difficult job for a variety of reasons. There have been a lot of very good and talented people who've got into that industry and quickly gone out because they don't like the culture and what they're dealing with. So hopefully, if we get some reforms there, it'll encourage more people to go into that industry, and we can have more support and better games coming out, and just a better environment for the studios and the players and everybody else in between. So that concludes our first episode of the Roundup. I'll be back with more stuff real soon. As always, I do thank you for watching.